Well, Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for jumping on. My name is Eric, coming in from outside of Columbia, South Carolina. We are the Blank Spot Sublimation Blanks and Supply Company, guys. So as you jump on, do me a favor, type your city and state in to let me know where you're tuning in from. Double tap the screen if you are here, and share if you are here. So we're going to be sharing some more information about how to use our transfers, our sublimation transfers, to make money in your sublimation business or in your apparel business. And if that's you and you're new to sublimation, you're going to want to pay attention. So I've been coming on here for the last couple of days, giving you new transfers, new sublimation transfers, giving you new ideas, and showing you some new items. We're talking about Valentine's Day right now, guys. So we got Valentine's Day sublimation transfers on right now. If you're looking at the picture, if you can see the picture on TikTok, those are the Valentine's Day sublimation transfers. They're available in two sizes. You can get them in 3.5 inches, that's the pocket size, and then you can also get them in 11 inches. Both are going to be 12 sublimation transfers for just $12. For the 11 inches are going to be $12, and then the 3.5 inches are going to be $6. So check them out. Double tap the screen, come on in, and let's see what we got right here. So we got our 15 by 15 inch heat press turned on, okay? Got that turned on, and then we're going to sublimate a pillowcase. But not just any pillowcase, but a heart-shaped pillowcase. Going to sublimate a heart-shaped pillowcase using our sublimation transfers. And so, guys, I'm going to give you a chance to go ahead and tell me where you're tuning in from, to double tap the screen and let me know where you're showing up from. Let me know, okay? How do we come up with what idea? We got tired of working for somebody. Go ahead and drop your city and state, double tap the screen. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We have some amazing sublimation transfers. So how many of you guys are doing sublimation? If you're doing sublimation, type a number 3 in the comments. Come on in. There you go. Kentucky, Waynesboro, Mississippi. I'm from Florida. Okay. If you're doing sublimation today, type a number 3 in the comments. Wherever you're viewing us from, type a 3 in the comments if you're doing sublimation. Houston, come on in. All right. Now, these transfers are going to be great for anybody. Got some number 3s on YouTube. All right. Thank you for jumping in. South Carolina. Okay. So if you're new to sublimation and you do not have a printer, or you're new to sublimation and you have a small format printer and you cannot print larger than 8.5 inches wide, you won't be able to do this. Sorry to say, you won't be able to do this. You won't be able to print this wide. However, that's okay. You're going to get 12 11-inch sublimation transfers for just $12. Now, it's a gang sheet. However, when you get the gang sheet, it's going to already be cut, so it's going to be ready to press. So we got our heat press right here. This is a 15 by 15. The reason why we're going with a 15 by 15 is because this is standard. Most people are going to have a smaller heat press. So our information that we're going to share today is going to be using this smaller heat press so you can see how these prints are going to come out. Now, the next thing is I got my heat press turned on, and I'm going to show you the recommended temperature and time settings for our paper, okay? The temperature and time settings for our paper, our transfers. This is our paper, the Blank Spot Sublimation Paper. So this is a recommendation, 385 degrees for 60 seconds. Now, we can actually press at a lower temperature and a shorter time, but because we don't know your setup, we're just going to recommend that you do it at 385 for 60 seconds. The next thing you want to do once I turn this on, before I even turn this on, I want to check my pressure, okay? I want to check my pressure with my substrate. By the way, this is called a substrate. This is 100% satin, and satin is polyester, so this is going to be able to be pressed with this. So I want you guys to do me a favor. If you're watching, don't just watch. Go ahead and click on that picture. Also click on the orange shopping cart to see what else we have available, okay? That's going to be a good press. It's going to be a good press. So now I'm getting a little bit of pressure off this. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to take this transfer and I'm going to tape it. I'm going to take this transfer to this pillowcase, this heart-shaped pillowcase. Now there's going to be a little bit of a concern because the pillowcase, and I'm going to cut the edges off because the pillowcase is shaped like a heart instead of a square. It's going to be a little bit of a concern. So I'm going to cut these off so I can see a little bit better, okay? And these are some Valentine's Day ideas. If you're looking for some ideas, if you're looking for some amazing sublimation blanks and supplies, you've arrived at the blanks spot. We have a warehouse right outside of Columbia, South Carolina, in a little town called Casey. Now, every substrate that you're going to sublimate is going to be different. I'm going to say that again. Every substrate that you sublimate is going to be different. So it's going to be important that you understand how to sublimate each substrate. This is not the same as any other transfer. Okay, I promise you guys. These transfers that we're using are not the same as any other transfer. What do I mean? This is not like using HTV. This is not like using DTF or screen print. This is not like a white toner, okay? This is a science. Peeling, pressing and peeling is totally different from making sure you have the right temperature, the right pressure, the right combination in fabrics, things like that, okay? So it's going to be a tad bit different. So don't be intimidated by it. Just know that it's a tad bit different. Now, if you guys are watching me on TikTok, make sure you go to our other social media handles and follow us. If you want to see this video again, you can see it being broadcast on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is the Blanks Spot Academy. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, and because I know I've been pressing on this, yesterday I pressed on this, I'm going to take a piece of butcher paper and place over the top of this because I had something else I was pressing, and I don't know if I had any transfer on this, but I'm going to press this out. Now, my purpose for pre-pressing this pillowcase is not to get the moisture out. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to try to get the wrinkles out. And if you can see, there are some wrinkles. Also, there's going to be a challenge with the seam because there is a zipper in here, okay? The zipper is going to be so you can actually stuff the pillowcase with the stuffing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pre-press this. But before I do that, I'm going to give me some butcher paper. So give me a second. Once again, the purpose of me covering this is so I don't get any other transfer from previous presses onto my substrate. Because it is white, it can happen. So another thing that you may want to be mindful of, because it has a seam around it, you're going to have a challenge, or you may have a challenge with even press. So even press means even pressure. You may want to put a pressing pad underneath this because of the seam. So this is what I'm going to use as a pressing pad. You can get this in any fabric store, okay? You can get this in any fabric store. So I'm going to place this underneath my butcher paper that's on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my design and tape it. So just to make sure you guys can see my work and you can see that I'm not cheating, I'm going to zoom it in a little bit so you guys can see, okay? Guys have any questions? Don't hesitate to ask about the products. Remember, we are a sublimation blanks and supply company. This is not like HTV. This is not like screen print or DTF. If you are new to sublimation, please do your research. It's going to be important. I'm making sure that my design is touching the pressing pillow or the pressing pad, okay? The rest of it is going to be pretty simple. Now, I'm going to just take this because I'm not going to do that. I want to press this regardless of whatever transfer I may get on here. I'm going to show you that you don't need butcher paper. So a lot of people use butcher paper when they actually press their transfers. They use butcher paper because they have subpar sublimation paper. We don't need butcher paper, okay? So I'm not going to put the butcher paper over it when I press because I don't want you to think that, hey, they got to use butcher paper just like I got to use butcher paper. No, we don't. So we're not using butcher paper. We don't need that. Our paper is not going to bleed, okay? The only reason I was using the butcher paper before was to protect my substrate because I may have had some transfer before, okay? So now, we're going to press this for 55 seconds at 380 degrees. That's what I'm doing right now. But our recommendations are going to come in the mail with the transfers, excuse me, and you're going to be able to get these instructions as well. And it's letting you know 385 is what we recommend for 60 seconds. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate it. Make sure you check out our items in our TikTok shop. We have several sublimation transfers. Most of these are going to be available in pocket size and the full size. This is a satin pillowcase that I'm pressing with our transfer. And if you're just jumping on, my name is Eric, coming in from South Carolina. This is our TikTok shop, guys. Wanted to do something a little different to show you how to use our sublimation transfers for your business. And voila. You go to your specialty store, get your pillow stuffing, get your specialty store, go to your pillow stuffing, and you go ahead and get your pillow, stuff it, and you got your gift, and you're ready to go, okay? So now, I got some lines in this, and I'm going to take this butcher paper, and I'm going to see if I can press these lines out. What brand heat press are you using? The Blank Spot. You go to our warehouse. If you go to our warehouse, if you go and find us, you go to our warehouse, you can actually order yourself one, okay? And I was able to get the press lines out, or some of the press lines out. Okay? So now, this is the ink release. We're using the Blank Spot Sublimation Paper. If you're interested in getting some of our paper, you can go to the orange shopping cart and you can select our paper as well. We have our own sublimation paper. Look at that ink release. The ink is gone. What ink? It's gone. Everything's gone, guys. And it makes a big difference if you use a high polyester count substrate. But look at how vibrant these colors are. So you're getting ready for Valentine's Day right now. I know it's December. I know it's not even Christmas yet. But just like a lot of the big box companies are pushing the holidays, that's the observances that are already ahead, we are doing the same thing. So these transfers that you're going to get, this is an 11-inch transfer. You get 12 11-inch sublimation transfers for just $12. Once again, this is not a screen print transfer. This is not a DTF transfer. This is not HTV. This is sublimation. And if you're not familiar with sublimation, please do your research. Please do your research. This is how it looks. Look at the vibrant colors. They just pop out, guys. All right. So the next exercise is going to be a little bit different. And I've been doing this. For a couple of times as well. This is a 100%. This is a 100% polyester shirt. I'm going to say this is a safety pink. Okay. I'm going to say this is a safety pink. This is a 100% polyester shirt. Now, if you don't know, sublimation loves polyester, but it can't stand cotton. So cotton and sublimation do not get along. So you cannot successfully sublimate on 100% cotton. Won't work, because the way that sublimation works, the polyester has to bind with the sublimation ink. So the ink has to have a relationship with the polyester. Now, I've seen people, and I did some examples as well of people using 50% cotton and 50% polyester shirts. I don't encourage it, because polyester has to, the ink has to bind with the polyester fibers, and there's not enough ink in the 50% cotton, 50% polyester to actually be vibrant. Okay, that's just my recommendation. You choose to do what you want to do. That's a less less expensive option, and that's why a lot of people do it. But in the world of sublimation, you got to think about poly coating, poly surfaces, polyester. So this is a 100% polyester shirt. Now, another thing you need to know about the experiment that I'm about to show you is that with a black transfer, this is going to be vibrant. It's going to pop. But with a full color transfer, since there is no white ink in sublimation, with a full color transfer, this shirt is not going to take on the correct color properties of the transfer. What do I mean? This says "Be mine," and the mine is crossed out, and you see wine. So you see red and black on here. So the red hearts are going to take the properties of this pink shirt. So they may be darker red. However, because there's no white ink in sublimation, and this may not be the best example to show you, the one that I did on the pillowcase probably would have been a better example. But what I'm saying is that, you know what? Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I'll do this one. This is going to be a better example because you have the lighter colors. What I'm saying is that because there is no white in sublimation, what's going to happen is you may barely see this color. That's why we recommend that you do white shirts for full color transfers, okay? We recommend that you use white shirts for full color transfers. It's not that I can't sublimate on this, it's that the color that you see may not be the color that you get when you press this on a colored shirt with a full color transfer. Grand Rising, we're talking about these right now. So thank you. Once we get to that, I'll let you know. Right now, we don't have anything in the plans. But you can get these transfers. You can get these transfers in size 11-inch and 3.5-inch. Okay. We're gonna try to stick to what we're doing because we're on TikTok Shop. We're gonna try to stick to what we're doing. Okay. I'm finna show you right now. Y'all be patient. Now, only reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you how to use these transfers. This is not really a tutorial type platform right now because we're on TikTok Shop. So you guys know how TikTok Shop works, right? Anybody know how TikTok Shop works? TikTok Shop is very, very fickle. We can only talk about the items that we actually have on our shop. So we're limited to talk about that, okay? So I appreciate all the questions. I appreciate all the recommendations and suggestions. But if we can stick to what we're doing, I got you. If you have any other questions, guys, feel free to email us. Contact us via email, or you can call us. Our hours are from 10 to 5. 10 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if I don't answer your question, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't answer your question. So I'm going to pre-press this shirt right now. Right now, I'm going to pre-press. And I'm pre-pressing this. I'm pre-pressing this to get the moisture out. If anybody has any questions about what we're doing right now, I'm all on you, right? Okay. Now, you should be taping this down, okay? So I'm going to remove this. And the reason why we tape these images down is so they don't shift, so they don't move around. I'm gonna zoom you guys back in. Looks like y'all can see YouTube, Facebook. Appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna show you how, and just so you understand, if you do understand the color wheel, blue and yellow makes what color? What does blue and yellow make? Anybody? What color does blue and yellow, when it's mixed, what color does it make? Blue and yellow makes green. Somebody said purple. Red and blue makes purple. Someone said black. I don't know if y'all are being funny or not, but I'm just going to keep on moving. So if you can understand the color wheel, you're going to be able to understand that the colors that are already on this transfer, because sublimation has no white ink, the colors that are already on this transfer are going to mix with the colored shirt. And that's why you're not going to get the correct color visually, okay? This is only for people who want to learn how to use our transfers. For any drive-by customers, that's cool. Those are some basic things that we learned when we were in school. The color wheel, right? Blue and yellow makes green. Red and white makes pink. Y'all remember that? Mixing colors. Black and white makes gray, right? Yeah, it is green. Yeah, blue and yellow makes green. So this is going to be important when you're doing sublimation and you're wanting to use colored shirts. Using colored shirts it's always going to work better with a black sublimation transfer. Of course, the lighter the shirt, the better it's going to come out. Okay? The other reason why pressure is important is because if it's not enough pressure, then the color is not going to transfer all the way. If it's too much pressure, you're going to get those press marks around your press, okay? Yeah, a lot of people probably won't remember. But when you're back into crafting, and hopefully people that are on here are into art and into crafting, because this really matters. If you're into sublimation, this is going to be really important so you can understand. People are going to tell you that you can do certain things. Well, just because I can sublimate on 100% polyester shirt that's colored, that doesn't mean that the colors are going to look the same as I visually see them or I expect them to look. Of course, blacks are always going to come out vibrant if it's a lighter color, okay? This is something that I did yesterday. This is a safety green. So I did this yesterday, okay? So this is just an example of what I did yesterday. Go ahead and check. Make sure you check our YouTube channel, and you can go back and watch the videos that we did yesterday. Can I use my regular iron? I wouldn't recommend it. The reason why I wouldn't recommend you using your iron is because sublimation is a combination of pressure and heat, temperature and time, okay? Temperature, pressure, and time. That means that you would have to do this for the whole time, and we don't know if your iron gets hot enough. This temperature is set at 380 degrees. So even though the sublimation process begins it can begin at a lower temperature, it may not press all the way through. You can use this heat press. If you decide that you want to purchase a heat press, you can go to our warehouse, find us in our description. That little logo up there, you can find us in the description up there, and you can find out where we are. I can't say go to our WEBSITE because I can't say what it is because I'm on TikTok Shop. But using an iron is not going to be, you're not going to have success with an iron, I promise you. Or not the success that you want. So one thing I did fail to do, was I didn't lint roll this. I should have lint rolled this. But I want you to see this as the colors did sublimate well. You got a great transfer. And it doesn't look bad. I would still sell it. I would offer this to my clients because it gives that persona of the fading from the pink to the darker red. But it's going to be different if it was white. If it was white, it would be much more, it's vibrant, but it would pop more. It would stand out more. So can y'all see that? So these shades of pink is a shade of red. Pink is a shade of red. This is a shade on top of a shade. Remember, sublimation, the process, you're dyeing the fabric. By pressing it, you're dyeing the fabric. And by dyeing the fabric, it has to go into the fabric and bind with the fabric. So now, had I used this and had I put a green image on here, it would look totally different. The green might not look green because the green is going to formulate with the pink shirt. And green and red makes a different color. I don't know what it makes, but it makes a different color. So, yeah. So, I hope that makes sense to you guys. Make sure you check the TikTok shop out. Make sure you check out what I just did. You can go back to the go to our YouTube channel. Check us out, the Blank Spot Academy, and you can see this video in full. I would definitely offer these to my customers. As a matter of fact, I think I might go to the TBS Customs TikTok shop and put some of these on our TikTok shop and offer them to our customers. This is going to be a pretty cool shirt. All right? Pretty cool shirt. So, if you guys got any questions about our products, I'm here. You got about 2-3 minutes before we move on. Any questions about our products or about the demonstration that you just saw? We did a white satin heart-shaped pillowcase. Thank you, I appreciate it. And then we did a 100% pink, safety pink polyester shirt. You can find these images right now on our TikTok shop. So you can go through the orange shopping cart. You can see the other images that we have, or you can go, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can click the link in the description and you can find out how to get to it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and end this with you guys right here. Like I always say, guys, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Make sure you like, share, and go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I'll see you guys at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.